What the fuck I did? Ja sam automatski pritisnuo F12. Tako da nemam pojma da li sam ja uopšte aktivirao snimanje ili nisam. Recording on East Anglia. Tako si ide change Evor's appearance. Nisam znao. Šta, breaking the order. Return to order to medallion hitan, čekaj mi još. Imam novi report o Randy, ne znam sad taj sa... Da li je taj za hitama? Side quest ili nije? Idemo ovdje lepo gdje smo stali s pričom. Report o Randy.
Rowan, Holger, why all this shouting?
Bravo.
Eivor, Sanctir.
I
heard shouting. Is something wrong?
Holger robbed me, and I demand he be punished. Ha! Robbed is a pointed word. Does the deer rub the stream when she takes a drink? Does a cow rub a field when he crops on sweet grass?
Eivor, this matter requires sensitive judgment. Will you?
Sad će ovaj dog opet nešto se nadraka na mene.
Of course. From the beginning, please.
Well now, there is no excuse too small, I see. Nothing to keep you from coveting that seat, is there?
In Sigurd's absence, who has better claim to oversee these disputes?
You might leave them to work it out for themselves, but that would mean letting go, would it not?
Koliko Eivora nervira ovaj
start
dog.
again. Tell me all that has happened.
I will start. I have been falsely accused by this Saxon Philistine.
A Philly what? Are you mocking me?
Silence, please. I will hear both of your complaints and render a decision, awarding compensation if needed. Understood?
Ovako, da idemo prvo od Rowana da čujem.
Rowan, tell me your version of these events.
As you are aware, Holger and I are neighbors. Near enough that I often catch him at my stables, stealing my tools. Borrowing.
Holger, let him speak.
Borrowing.
Stealing, borrowing. My point being, I have always allowed him to use whatever he pleased. I greatly admire your Norse generosity and had hoped to match it. But this morning, Holger stretched the limits of my grace. Entering my stables for their feed, I found my most beautiful, gentle mare stripped of her tail. Bereft, not a strand in sight. I am ashamed to say my natural suspicion drew me to Holger, and how right I was. For when I peered across the lane, there he was, gripping a horsetail brush slathered with indigo, dragging it across a sheet of painting, Rowan. I was painting. You make it sound so crude.
Polako čućemo tvoju stranu priče.
Such willful arrogance. It will take ages for Ilgifu's tail to reach its former length. I demand compensation.
I understand. Thank you, Rowan.
Onda čujemo tvoju.
Holger, let me hear your side.
Eivor, you have known me as a skald for years. You have seen how my poems bring life and joy and wisdom to our people. And you know that my work requires a certain, let us say, freedom. To make use of rare resources to compose my verses. Often when lacking the proper tools, I have made use of novel items. Alvis's walking stick, Tovi's inks, all were given gladly. You cut off my horse's tail to make a brush, you bleed.
Rowan?
As I
Imali
was
sam pravo
saying,
tebe da čujem.
this morning, in the throes of poetic reverie, I realized that my latest piece required delicate brushwork. I could have used a frayed stick, some cloth, my hands, but no. I needed something gentler, softer. To make a perfect brush, I needed the fine hairs of a well-raised horse. And so I availed myself of a local resource.
Zašto to
You
radi?
clipped Alkafu's tail to the rump without asking. It was early. I did not wish to wake you.
Thank you, Holger. I believe I understand your I believe I have heard enough. If you will...
My horse looks like a fool, Eivor. No handsomer than a donkey now. You must do something.
Do not conflate hair with beauty, Rowan. She remains radiant. Elgifer's hair will grow back in no
Sad ću imati
time.
čuju stranu treba da
Quiet,
stane.
both of you. Now listen.
Rowan is right. Mislim da je Rowan is right zbog njegovog konja, brate. Ne može ti tek tako da dođeš da uzmeš tuđe nešto, znaš.
Holger, Rowan is clearly in the right. You sheared the tail from his horse without gaining permission.
I borrowed the tail. Borrowed. Does the reality of regrowth not make this a victimless crime?
Ali konju ne
It is
može da
a
se raste
two-victim
red.
crime, Holger. Though they are unharmed, you took without asking, and that will not do. As the horse's value has diminished significantly, you will pay Rowan its market price.
But the horse was not for sale. Rowan, admit it.
My decision is final, Holger. Pay what you owe, and meet tomorrow as friends.
And if I do, may I keep the horse?
Ujebate
Pay the
konju išu
man and be
kurac.
done with it. Rowan, does this satisfy you?
It does. Thank you, Eivor.
Good. Then by Tyr's blessing, let this matter rest. We're done here. Return to your homes in peace.
Would you allow me to pay you?
To je se da...
After all, in some ways.
Dobro, bar ste mi pomogli da pređe nivo. Nikad lakša misija, je.
Oh, hello, Eivor. Good
Ćao,
day.
ćao.
That Holger, he is quite a character.
Pa, pusti
I
ga.
almost envy him. To see the world through such a muddy glass and live with such petty concerns. He hasn't a care in the world.
Let's not walk too far with that idea. I need you right where you are.
East Anglia is with us. Their King Oswald has pledged his loyalty to us.
Eivor Kingmaker, we shall call you soon.
Neću do kraja epizode da menjam ove skill point. Ravenstorp.
Some interesting news. King Ceolwulf has sent Ceolbert to Shropshire. He hopes to install an
Skiropeshkir.
establishment there.
Good for Ceolbert. He should do well considering all he has learned from you.
I gave him only a taste of my knowledge. The rest he will need to figure for himself. One more thing. I do not know if you heard, but Sven passed away a short time ago. The poor man slipped away in his bed.
Requiescat in pace.
No. And how is Tovi? She must be gutted.
It has been rough on her. She spends quite a lot of time at his burial mound. Speak with her, if you have the time.
Hoću, ali idemo prvo ovako. Sada će mi tu da učita. Sada će mi učita Modern Time ili šta, vidjet ćemo. Ravenstorp renewing increased Hammer, dobro. New opportunities, farm, Alvis and Holger's house, dobro.
An arrival.